Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck hip straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, let's take few minutes to be very clear ourselves and how we can become more better with practice, meditation, and at the same time, how we can apply it to our day-to-day life. And out of that application, how we can gain the success to conventional life. And out of that conventional success, how you can reach to your spiritual goal. So always you have to remember this conventional life that you experience this material physical world itself the foundation for your spiritual development. So there is no another separated, independent wisdom or liberation beyond this conventional. But at the same time, this conventional world we experience is not the final destination. So it is a part of the journey, but it is not the destination. So you have to be very clear with that. So when it comes to meditation, so through the practice in the beginning, what you need to do, you have to get used to it. You have to habituate your body and mind both to practice. So that's why every day, little bit, you have to keep practice. Because our human mind, our human life itself means full of habits. So when your mind go here and there, when your body start to move here and there, so that means it start to follow habits. But if you develop basically to sit properly, have an unmovable posture, and little by little having a tranquility mind, keep your mind in one place and follow your primary mental object. So when the mind go here and there, bringing back, so those are kind of like habitual patterns that you can develop. But that is not our end result. But those are those are kind of like tools. So again and again, develop it. Have a good habitual pattern. Every day, sit for a few minutes. Every day, observe the breathing or doing loving kindness meditation. Observing critical, analytical understanding and having some kind of vipassana level, little bit go deeper into thoroughly recognizing how things come to be as they are. So like that, you have to develop this mental, physical practice. Of course, there are many other things to do. But remember, this is not that something someone else can do for you. As you know, if you do some other work, on the way you can stop it and give it to somebody else. Just imagine you building a house. You are the contractor. So you're doing something, and by the time you say, please give it to somebody else. Or maybe the owner is not happy about the contractors. So they say, okay, I'm going to give this to somebody else. So just imagine you are the plumber and you fixing something and you say, I can't do this, bring somebody else. You are an electrician and maybe you keep doing something and then you say, I don't want to do this anymore, this job. You can give it to somebody else. Or maybe if you like to change the person, you can tell, don't come anymore. Going to give it to somebody else. So even at home also, you are a mother or the father, or maybe you're doing something. When you want to do something else, whatever, if you keep cooking, or maybe you can give it to other person and tell, can you do it for me? Or even you may that the babysitting, and when you want to break, you can give it to somebody and can you do this for me? So just imagine that all our activities we can replace. You can do it, or maybe other people can do it for you. But the thing is, this mental development, you can't do for somebody else, or you can't replace it. This is by your own effort you have to gain. And of course, we look for happiness and satisfaction. But most of the happiness that what we have around us, it's a for the moment, related to most of time that emotional base. It not go a little bit more deeper. That happiness most of time not sustainable. Or sometimes it is not reliable. Or it is sometimes not organic, not authentic. It is not sometimes independent. And we keep going behind something. It's kind of like most of time in day-to-day life, this happiness and satisfaction and the comfort, this kind of like a fabricated by things. So then yourself, you have to remember, you can't depend you can't depend on that kind of things. There is something deeply beyond this all. You can gain that complete satisfaction. It's sustainable. It is very organic. It is very independent. It is very reliable. So how you can gain to that? So one thing is, from the beginning, so whatever you do, you have to develop that whatever the happiness is there, start to add some kind of alert to that happiness. Maybe it is very conventional, it is very emotional based. So we all have that that's ordinary lives, like just day to day with this day to day activities. We can't just detach from that. No, just be with it. Nothing wrong that you become happy in the world. Nothing wrong that you become happy with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, because that is what you have, that is available for you, that is the reality for you. So you have to start from that point rather than resisting it. If you see something nice, nothing wrong that you say it is beautiful. So then in the conventional level of this dependent, that kind of like this fabricated happiness, how you can use the same thing to become more sustainable, how you can use it to go into more higher level. So the very first thing, even though it is a conventional happiness, be alert about it. Be conscious about it. Be aware about it. Be mindful about it. Be attentive about it. In that way, you become happy, but you are not going to stuck there. So there's a story, there's a simile for this. Just imagine there is a prisoner and already going to kill. But somehow there is a chance for him. And he went to the king and asked, please, please, can you release? So king gave him a task. What is that? There was an oil pot filled to the top and gave it to his head and told, you walk, but don't allow any drop of oil to spill down. If it is so, somebody will cut your head behind you. So now this person walk. So it always become mindful. He is in so danger. He doesn't have any second chance. If something go wrong, he doesn't have opportunity to correct it. So same like that, when you have the happiness, satisfaction, joy in this conventional world, be mindful like that. Be alert like that. Be aware about this environment, situation regarding you like that. Be mindful about the situation like that. Be attentive like that prisoner. You need to be very careful, step by step, step by step. So that way you will find something which is you can't find in books. You're not going to find it anywhere kind of like a written. Because it's person to person sometimes little bit different how you gain that wisdom. So that's why put into practice little by little. Slowly will you gain it. And that is a mental practice. And at the same time, this our body and the mind interconnected and it developed our character. So when you practice meditation, especially when it comes to vipassana level of practice, in day-to-day life, how you can take care of yourself, how you can brush up yourself. It's kind of like, just imagine you are a very raw level of diamond. And there are 5 ways that you can cut it, shape it, to make it more valuable. Just imagine you are a very raw level of gold. So you're going to make an ornament and you're going to design with kind of like a 5 characters on it. So today I'm going to give you 5 principles to practice yourself to sharp your own inner life. So when you are capable to sharp it little by little, your life going to become more solid, more authentic. And at the same time yourself, you will experience it so light. And world become more comfortable. And at the same time, that the environment feel more safety when you are there. So, but by the time those are kind of like a path or the windows or the bridges that take you towards the liberation. It's sharpening your character. So it is deeply, invisibly yourself, just by you have to do it. No one can do it for you. And you can't verbally practice this. So remember this 5 techniques that what I'm going to tell you today. And try as much as you can. Don't try to verbally bring it. Deeply, it's kind of like memorize it and try to uplift yourself and make yourself more sharp inside. So it make you more mindful, and at the same time it bring more and more strength and energy, and at the same time it give a more connection towards the universe. So the very first one, in day-to-day life, that never use the quality of kind of like a flirtery. Never flirt person. So it's kind of like a flirtery here means you want to gain something. Because of that, you become nice to that person. That is flirtery. You have in your deeper mind, you have different idea, and you try to bring mask, putting a mask and kind of like acting. You are okay and you are agree with that person. So don't do that. So you have to be very, very mindful about it. Why? Because those are this habitual patterns in us through the samsaric journey. Because especially like kind of like we, even though we are here today as human, live like this, in this samsaric journey, we went through many kind of existence. So through that existence, sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, we accumulated that habits. So still it is within us. So never use flattery to gain something. So that is one way that you brush up sharp your meditation practice. So spiritual practice. So sometimes there are situations come, you can't be really truthful. But that doesn't mean you don't need to flirt the person. So then you can be silent or you stay away from it. But to gain something, don't just try to show you a nice face. Don't kind of like show you are so humble. To gain something, don't show you are so kind of like a loving. To gain something, don't show kind of like you are so compassionate. So always remember, that is another way that you addressing to your authentic nature rather than covering it up. You become really, really very grounded, solid person. So then every day in any situation that you have to practice it. Be a person like that. No matter what, it doesn't matter what you gain or lose or kind of like that. Develop that in you. Don't just be nice to people just to gain something from them. It doesn't matter you live a 1 day or 100 years, or if you have this or you're going to lose this anything. Build up the character, sharp it, cut it, like give a very, very expensive cut to your diamond. Because by the time you are the one who's going to get benefit out of it. So that is one. Flirtery. Don't do that. And other one is hinting. So the hinting is kind of like, it's kind of like a side begging, hinting. So how? Hinting, just imagine somebody gave this cup, and I want another cup like this. And then I am hinting how, oh, this cup is so good. I use it so much and I keep it here. And when I go to room, I need this kind of cup because I like this one, but I can't take it there. I have to keep it here. So if I have something, another cup like this, so good. So hinting, you're hinting that you want another cup like that. You don't tell directly. And sometimes even you want to eat bread and butter, and maybe, you just eating the bread, no butter, So then you say, oh, if I have butter, that's so good. So if I have that, oh, this is going to be so good. So maybe just imagine that somebody gave something to you and you lost it or you break it or it's gone, and now you want another one and you tell, oh, you remember that you gave that gift, it was so useful, but anymore it doesn't work. You don't tell that you want it. So don't do side begging. Don't hinting. Don't do that. Another thing is in the deeply that sometimes with that you don't ask even the material things directly from others unless if there are necessary situations. Or I want this, I need that, or kind of like that. So when the need comes, just a little bit, it is okay to withdraw it. It's okay to not to have it sometimes. So that's why develop this quality. So the first one, flirtery. And you give another cut to your diamond, hinting, side begging. Third one, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means that you always try to express the kind of like the qualities which you don't have. So kind of like, when it comes to meditation or kind of like, just imagine you practice meditation and then sometimes when your friends know that you practice meditation and you kind of like want to pretend like you are kind of like a more higher level of, you have a higher quality of mind, or kind of like you can read mind, you know what other people think, kind of like you have now psychic powers and third eye or kundalini power, and you can do many kind of like a secret black magic miracles. so so people are like that, you know. So, but when it comes to vipassana, you don't do that kind of. See, that's different. See, that's why it's a totally different way of practice. You are the one who brush up this. So sometimes, personally ourselves, we have a kind of like a very kind of like a, unprofitable life, and but when we go to the outside we try to tell others, oh, you are wrong, you are wrong, I am the only one good here, or kind of like that. You always try to show off with the kind of like moral qualities. No, we all are human beings. We all conditioned by phenomena. So then be humble. And you are not superior than anybody. We all are children of Mother Nature. And don't criticize others. When people make mistakes, have the compassion, have the empathy. If somebody do something wrong, don't go behind that person and don't give a hard time to that person. Learn to give a chance to people. So that way, you have a very open heart. We all need the help each other to go this journey. Not just, oh, you all are lower than me. I am the more higher. I am the more better person. So kind of like, it is not like that. So that's why hypocrisy, don't have it. Have a very clear mind, open heart, and if you made a mistake, you recognize, apologize it, determine yourself not to do it. If it is happen again determine not to do it. If it is happen again, if 100 times happen again, you 100 times apologize and you try 101 time. So that is what the Buddha's path. Buddha never criticized anybody that whatever that person went through. He never judged from a kind of like a higher position, thinking I am more better than you. No, he was kind of like a more compassion and was kind of like a more open-minded person to whoever around him. That's why everybody felt so comfortable come to Buddha and talk openly. Even the monks went through many things and have done many things. And the people blame, and when the Buddha say, tell him to come. And Buddha asks, did you do this? And they say, yeah, I did this. Buddha never asked why you did this. This is wrong, that is wrong. No. What the Buddha said, don't do it again. See? We never go behind it and why you did this, why you did that. No. Don't do it again. Recognize it is unprofitable. Rather than right or wrong, it is unprofitable. It is not help us to go our journey. It is not help us to reach to our destination. That's why. That's why you no need to do it. That doesn't mean if somebody else do it, maybe for that person, that is the way that person get the help out of it. But for you, if for your destination, for your journey, for the spiritual goal, if it is not for you, if it is not help for you, you don't do it. So that's why you don't show any kind of higher quality, good quality, moral quality better than others. And you don't come with the judgment, oh, you are wrong, I am right. It's to practice, it is difficult, but still, it's a kind of like a giving another cut to your diamond. Now 3 cuts. Flattery, hinting, and hypocrisy. And other one is that never take anything by force. Don't do that. Never take anything by force. Start to practice with material things. Teach to children. Because sometimes when children play and they take whatever the toys that belong to others, they take by force. Whoever is strong, they take it. Never try to take anything by force. And then you can practice physically also. And then you can go to emotional level. So that you build up a more strong character. And then you can go to more higher level. So I explain how it can. So the physically, materially. So whatever you want, if it is belong to somebody, even you never raise your voice to get it. Because then that's mean you use extra force, like a shouting, give it to me. So like when your voice become more higher than the other person's voice, and that's mean you creating higher level of force. That's why you raise the voice. It affects for people. Some people give it because of the frequency of the voice. So don't do that. If you really practice meditation, if you really practice vipassana, you don't do this kind of things. So now you see how this meditative character, how this practitioner become more sharp inside. It's nothing to do with other people. It is about your own character. And physically, by using your physical strength, like just imagine two people pulling each other. So by force, and you don't take it. So like that. For any situation, you don't use higher force to gain power to gain anything. Verbally, physically, and mentally. How mentally? You come to a tranquility state, you focus, and it's belong to somebody, and you mentally kind of like asking, and you put the mental force, power. Give it to me. Give it to me. This belongs to me. I want this. I want to get this. Not for you. So like that. Another thing is, sometimes just imagine you are a teacher. So just, like amongst us, when we talk with people sometimes, in case if I want something, I don't ask. And maybe I can tell, oh, no one bringing this. If any student want to kind of like pay the respect, bring this. So kind of like the same. So then what? The students for the teacher and try to offer it. And sometimes kind of like when we go to a place, and you have, it's kind of like a very common place, everybody go and sit. And you go there, and I go there, and oh, I am a monk. Oh, I need a more higher seat. And so I don't tell in words, but I go and try to show off them to get out of the seat. This belong to me. So it just mean your position you use to push other people away. So don't do that. Never use any power, any force to gain anything to you, whatever belong to other person. And even you can practice more deeply. Like in the spiritual level, when you live in the jungle, in the forest, there are certain kind of like a principles you practice sometimes. How? Like there are like just imagine there are some trees that you can eat that fruits, like apple trees, mango, so kind of like trees. So if something fell down, you can take it and you can wash it and eat it. And there is a principle that you can practice, but not today, but one day, but to make it more clear how you can practice this. So just imagine there is a mango that you want to get. So it is in the edge of the branch, and now you try to get it, and you hold it and pull it. It doesn't come. It's the tree is still holding it. So you don't use more higher power than the tree hold that mango. You don't do that. Because at the right moment, the tree going to give it to you. So then if you touch it, if you hold it, and then it going to come to your hand if it is ready to eat. It's ready to leave the tree. Otherwise, you don't kind of like hold it and pull it. Don't do that. So that's a kind of like it's a view. You have to be very mindful to practice that thing. But anyway, remember in day-to-day life, you don't use any power. So as example, as parents with the compassion for children, sometimes you have to do things. But here what I mean, when you come to practice meditation, just for yourself, to gain something, you don't use that things. Not for children to teach or to help them. Not like that, but with the self-centered mind, this is me, I am, I want this, kind of like you don't try to gain that thing. And so that is the another cut that you give to diamond, your character. So one is flattery, second one is hinting, and the third one is hypocrisy, and the fourth one is you don't use any power, force to gain something. And the fifth one, you don't give any material things. Or then you can go into verbal things, you can go into physical things. You don't give any material things, believing or hoping or dreaming or wishing to gain the same kind of things from other person. So kind of like, I want to give this cup to you. Maybe I want to give it as a gift. Just imagine like a New Year time, Christmas time, or maybe I give something to your birthday. And so I am believing I give this cup to you as a gift, hoping, dreaming, wishing for my birthday, also you will give a same kind of cup like this. So you don't do that. But there are some people. There are some people. And they physically practice it like that. They do physically. They give things that the believing the other person also should give something like that. As example, like Christmas time, if you give a gift card, $50 gift card, $100 gift card, you think other person also should give $50 or $100. Or maybe you go to a wedding and you give a gift, something like that, and you believe for you also they will give the same kind of valuable gift. And then verbally how it happens. So that's why when you say good morning to somebody, if that person say thank you, or if that person don't say good morning back to you, sometimes you get disappointed. And if you say I love you, if other person don't say that the same, or say thank you, maybe you get disappointed. When you say good night, if other person don't repeat the same, you get disappointed. See, that's why it's everywhere. You say good morning, if other person say anything, it doesn't matter. Maybe that person didn't hear it. Or maybe that person is still thinking, maybe it is still night. Who knows? No? Or maybe that person wake up, early in the morning, and now it's kind of like that person feel kind of it is already noon, you know. So maybe many, many reasons. So that's why physically start to practice with the material things. Never give anything to anybody hoping, believing, or thinking that person also should give you back the same kind of things. No. So those are the 5 qualities that you can practice. To deeper level, get into the depth of your mind and make it more sharp, clear, brush up it, clean it, wash it, renew it, rebuild it, remodel it, and change the design of your blueprint, and get out of this all habituated, this repetition in our mind, and build up a very new way of life with the spiritual design. And that design, if you have these 5 qualities, remember, as a human being, in this very lifetime, you will live a very, very happy, joyful, satisfied life, an authentic life, an unshakable life, and at the same time, it will take you to more higher level to experience your spiritual success. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. Keep your attention to the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and recognize it as it is. Do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally, repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatachamme sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.